Let us continue. I delete these holes or the circles. So we can move on. Control Z. I select this, then using move, I move it along this line, move this downwards. After that, mirror at the other side. Then I make a copy out of these trees, circles, or I mirror them at the other side, copy from the center. Watch this, then finish. Better than before, Control this to save the file, and then load it into the project, overriding the existing version. Then we want to associate the parameters. Let's see, base underline top plate or width. Okay, and okay. And then move it down by this way, and also divide base width into 1.5. Okay. Then let me see, I open the top view, and currently we can 450. I can minimize or maximize it like this way. 480, better. No, it should be something like this. However, we can move the holes to adjust them with the holes of the stringers, and I'm not using the exact dimensions for the stringers and plates, everything is hypothetically here, or hypothetic actually. Anyway, and then 93 for the white top. Okay, yes. I mean, the dimensions may not be. I just wanted to show you the process of modeling. Control S to save them. Then I open this view, reference level, plan. The bases are fixed, but if, just in case, one of the bases did not exist, I want to create a new parameter as the visibility. So firstly I name it front vis underline front, or is front a stringer instance, yes or no type in construction. Then I make a duplication out of this, like this way, right here, back, and okay, duplicate it. Afterwards, left, and one more duplication for the right side. Great. Right. Well done. Then I click on OK and OK. Then I associate this to back, is back stringer. Then I select this one, then I associate it to is back, is visible in back view, then right a stringer, and the left a stringer. Well done. Then we can control their visibilities for each of them, for the corners. Then for the top part, here 550 and 50. Right now, if I In width and depth, I copy the width, and then I want to minimize this value. I set 450 for both width and depth, like this way. Then for a stringer length, 430. Okay, this is the result. I save the file. Then for the top face that we want to complete it. Here they are overlapping. I mean, if I measure the distance, however, we can specify 500 as well for the width and depth, 480, like this way. I measure the distance, 500. I want to open another family template file, generic model, and then I want to model the top face here. Equalize the added dimension, and then we equalize them like this way. I choose a name for it, panel, white panel, like this way. Okay, then we move on, depth, panel, and okay. 500s in 500s. Then we open the front view. We want to consider the thickness, 2 or 3 centimeters. We measure the dimension associated to a new parameter. Name it thickness panel. Okay. 3 centimeters. Then I select extrusion. I draw it, the rectangle finish. Then I set it to thickness. Here it is. We don't want to model the assemblies, or no, we don't want to get through the layers, okay? We just name it m-panel, okay? Okay. But for the edges, we can use sweep, pick path, we click on the boundaries, and then profile, drawing a profile here, something like this. 10. The depth here does not matter for us. And then I can associate it to a parameter for the edge. I name it offset panel, for instance. Panel edge, okay. Finish. Watch this. This swap is done, then we join them with each other. So if I modify the offset 5, I save the file as IR panel, okay, save, and then load it into the project or family actually. Then let me position the panel. We get back to its environment. I check work plane based, and then we reload it. Override, select, edit, then we specify the work plane, then we adjust the position. Then we want to position the panel on the work plane here. So we need a reference plane here on this. Check it out. We measure the distance and then lock it. I name it T to convert it to a work plane. Selecting the panel on work plane, choosing T, and then done. We open the plan view, we align them like this way. This is the result. Watch this, selecting it, opening it a type, and I open to its family environment. For the material, I want to duplicate it. I create a material parameter for the cover. Then I open the material browser. I search for metal or plastic, I don't know, whatever. It does not matter here. I have searched for metal. I add a steel. I duplicate it. Then I name it M-panel. Then I duplicate one more. M-ceramic. Graphics using the appearance for both appearance. I replace it with a ceramic material or acid actually. Then let's see, what do we have? For example, I choose this one. I add the acid, I replace it, apply and OK. Afterwards, here in family types, we associate this to panel, apply, and this to the cover. But for the top face, I haven't specified the material. So from paint, I choose ceramic, and then I dedicate it to the face, top face. So we can modify it like this way. Shade it, then I load it into the family, overriding the existing version. Again, select and opening the new parameter, creating a new parameter, M-panel, steel, like this way, and then M-cover panel, cover panel. Great. Then in this part, ceramic is okay. Let me check here. Watch this. Apply and okay. Very well. By this way, we complete them. Let me save it. Getting back to this part. 15, 115, 20. Save. Load into the project. Then we can position it. Watch this. And the point here is that if we position them next to each other, we got some overlappings. So here we got another challenge. We get back to this part, then we open the top view. Watch this in this part. Then I duplicate this, is right, base, like this way. Move it down. Very well. The next one. I copy the base. Moving this to right and left, duplicate, base, move it down, then the front, base, moving it down and back, is back, base, moving it down. So I want to change the group, or I can duplicate it by changing the group parameter under. I add it into construction group, select, and then I move it for classifying these construction parameters. Front, like this way, back, left and right, like this way. And then front, back, left and right. Okay, done. Then for the top, I'm gonna start from this. I want to associate the visible to is front base. The next one is front or back. Actually, I want to consider this the back. Is back base and front and back. Then considering this to left and the next one to right. Load it into the project. Okay, and yes, and overwrite. And right now we can make a copy out of it, 500. Then we open the 3D view, we etch. In fact, here we got a floor, a structural floor that we're gonna place the access floors on the slab, like this way. Watch this. Then I move it by this way. Like this way. The height is specified, but we got some overlapping parts that I want to let me hide this. I select this one and then I want to let me open its family template file and setting this to instance. Load. Okay, this is important. Override. Watch this. So back and front. And I keep these. So I reset it. However, I can enable these four, but enable or disable front and left. And the other parts, here we got two, watch this, that are overlapping. I disable one of them. Here is the result. Then I open the type properties for the offset 1, 20, apply, 10, better. Okay. I open edit family, selecting the panel, and I haven't created these for the depth panel. Depth, I associate these parameters to each other. Then width panel to width. Thickness to, I should create a new parameter. The panel thickness, type, and okay. Okay. And offset panel edge to panel edge distance, for instance. Okay. Again, I load it, overriding the existing version. So right now, these must have been added. Let's check them out. Okay. And this is the distance that I can align them, selecting the edge. Watch this. Okay, opening the plan view, and right now I can propagate this. Move to second by using array from the axis to the next one. How many? 10. Watch this. This is the result. So this is the axis floor that you can use it in your projects, in complexes, offices, and this is very helpful that you can use this method. In fact, we got the slab, the structural floor, and then we propagate the access floor on the slab that we want to model the family and then propagate it.